It is a great joy and honor to come into your homes and your minds with a message of empowerment and enlightenment. This is Emmanuel Mensah, a co-founder of the Eagle Mentality Group. At the Eagle Mentality Group, we teach and propagate information about the power of thought, universal laws and principles, and how these laws and our thinking patterns comes together to create our realities, our life circumstances, situations, and conditions. And so you are the creator of your life. Nothing will ever come into your life, or nothing has ever come into your life without you thinking it into being, with the laws in the universe, the laws that governs all of us. And so that is it. Today we are not talking about metaphysics as we've been doing these days, but we are talking about human development, bringing improvement in the quality of life of the people of Africa. But I'm using Ghana as a case study because I'm a Ghanaian. And as I've always been saying, even in my sleep, if you ask me, I will be able to say everything about the Ghana situation. Even though I haven't been to Ghana for a long time, but I am in tune and aligned with whatever is happening in Ghana. And so I can speak to that without any kind of difficulty, you see. And so today, we are going to look at what I started yesterday, and that is looking at how to roll out our own housing scheme to help develop our towns and communities, our towns and villages, such that you travel from one end of the country to the other, you see the same line of development, the same line of living conditions running through through the lives of all the people. And so before I go on, I just want to take this opportunity to appeal to you that please click on the subscribe button and circulate these messages in your network, and let us spread this message of empowerment and to bring positive change in our collective lives, from Ghana all the way through every corner in Africa. You see, if you have already done that, we just want to say we thank you and we appreciate you, and let us continue to do the good work. And so I also want to make this appeal. If you feel resonated with what we are doing and you want to support this work in any way, physically or in any way that you think you can be of help to us to grow this project, please feel free to leave a comment and in the comment section, and I'll connect with you. If you are in the GTA in Canada, the Greater Toronto area, and you want to be part of it physically, if you leave the note, the message, I will connect with you so that we'll link up and we'll pick it from there. And so having done all these things, now let us move on to our topic. Yesterday, we looked at the quest for uniform and sustainable development in Ghana or in Africa in perspective of the housing system. And as a matter of fact, today we are continuing the same topic, you see, because the housing is a very critical thing in our life. And as I said yesterday, the basic necessities that you need for effective living is food and shelter. Once you have food and shelter, all other things could be handled or could be taken care of. But you must have food to live. You must have a place to sleep. You have a place to live, you see. And so today we're going to look at it. We're going to build upon what I started yesterday. And yesterday I proposed that we're going to roll out a housing system that the government and the people will come into partnership. You put up your house at a certain level, the government comes to complete it for you, then you pay tax. We pay tax to the government, we use that tax to maintain the house and all other things that are needed within your community. And so what I said is, I know with the fact that most people will say this is not possible. looking at Ghana's situation, looking at Ghana's challenge, Africa's challenge, this is not possible. Some people will even say the people's mindset is not good, so I'm daydreaming. But I just want to remind you that the bigger the challenge, the greater the accomplishment. So if we want to be people that are considered as achievers, then we must be ready to take up the bigger challenges. The challenges are there to give us the opportunities. You see, and so we do not have to do big things to become great, but we can become great by doing little or smaller things in a bigger way or in bigger ways. You see, so what I'm proposing, we can do this without even thinking of using any foreign technology, any foreign material. As it is now in Ghana or across Africa, people are already having their own structures, having their own plot of land. We have in Ghana, we have what we call the Atakwame housing structures. We can arrange this kind of housing structures, add a little quality, value to it, arrange them in a way that they can form a community that men and women will travel all over the world to come and see as tourist attraction, as the Guinean invasion, as the African invasion. You do not need any greater things, you do not need any sophisticated things for you to become a developed person, but you only need good and quality thinking, and then roll out your thinking, your ideas, using what you have to make yourself developed. We have to move forward. But as it is, we are leaving everything disorganized. There is no organization in Africa. And whatever I'm talking about is about organization. Coming up with proper organizational structure. And then using the local materials, local technology to develop the area. A well-organized village, a well-organized town with the roads tied with local technology, like what I proposed or I spoke about the northerners way of cementing their houses. Gravels, cow dungs, then they beat it, it dries up, then they pour this liquid that is made from the bark of trees that have boiled. This then crystallized, it becomes like a concrete. We can look into it, advance it, and use it as our technology to tie our road. Every town, every village has its own plan, uniform and sustained plan that we are pushing forward, developing upon it, such that every town in every village will have a very good outlook. There will be a uniform living conditions for all people in the towns and villages. So this is not anything that you have to think beyond. You have to think of that the capital that we need. We don't need that capital necessarily, but we need quality thinking and the ability to try, ability to make an effort. It is better to try something big, something great, and fail than to sit down looking for just help from other people to come and do it for you. When people do things for you, it doesn't bring about self-actualization. It doesn't bring about fulfillment. But when you try something and you do it yourself at any level, you feel proud of yourself, you see. And so the housing system I'm proposing can easily be done at a very cheaper and a lower cost. We're going to use the local materials, the local technologies to roll out this, such that every town in Ghana, every village in Ghana will be planned and developed according to the plan that we have on paper. That is a fact. And as a matter of fact, if I bring in the northerners' approach to how they cement their floors, once this becomes accepted technology that we are using, then we are going to create even an additional value to cattle rearing. So people who will go into cattle rearing, they will not be actually have additional income. We're going to buy the cow dung. The cow dung will not more be picked and thrown away, but we're going to pick it and use it for something better. You see, and so we're going to increase our cattle. We're going to rear the cattle, or the cattle. Now the cows. We're going to rear the cows and then use their cow dungs to tie our roads, and then we can use them for food as well. We can provide a lot of things, do a lot of things with this. You see, it is just about simple but methodical and thoughtful planning that we need. All that I'm talking about is organization. We need to have a proper organization such that we reorganize our towns and cities, our villages, open the country up. And so, as I said yesterday, I will create the parliament. If I'm the president of the Ghana today, His Excellency John Mahama, I will create a paramilitary unit in every district. Then I will use the regular army to train them to build roads and bridges. And then we use the local technology, what the Northerners use, to tie the roads. All the smaller roads, minor roads linking villages to villages, towns to towns in all districts, we can use this technology to do that. And if we come to the major roads, then we can think of the Western asphalt. But as we even develop our own way, a time will come that it becomes the real thing. You see, we can do this and reap more benefits, more opportunities, create more opportunity for ourselves. And so the system, or the quest for uniform and sustainable development is attainable, it's achievable, and it's even more achievable than what we are trying to do. We are trying to do things that need capital intensive, but we don't have the capital. So can't we do something different such that we will, at the end of the day, improve the quality of the living standard of the people? What we are talking of is about the living condition of the people, but not the structures we are putting up in towns and cities, you say. And so this is the time that we've got to think outside the box. And as I said yesterday, I am not criticizing the current government. I am not criticizing any government that has been in power in Ghana. The evidence of what they are doing or what they've done is clear for everyone to see. And I can assure you that without any kind of change in approach to this, Ghana will still be going the same way and Africa will still be the same. But we can transform Ghana and Africa to another level by taking this approach, such that people will visit Ghana, and when they travel from the south to the north, the east to the west, they see a same living condition, living standards of people with just minor changes. At the end of the day, there will always be differences in people's income and other things. But when it comes to housing and how to travel from one end to the other, it should be the same. And we can maintain this without actually seeking high level of loans and other things, you say. And so what we are doing here is about quality thinking beyond the ordinary. We got to think outside the box. We have to think outside the box. You see, we have to think outside the box. Since independence, no one has actually made attempt to organize our towns, our villages. We continue doing what we are doing. You go to now, what we do is those of us that have traveled and into the advanced world, we get money, we go back home, we buy the lands, we put up the houses, no roads, no infrastructure to where you've put up the house. Then we come back and sit here, you see. But if you go back to Ghana too, the sale of the land has become another source of litigation, another source of killing and destroying people's life. We can avert all these things when we put the lands in the hands of the local authorities with proper accountability and responsibilities. And then we make sure that housing is done in a methodical way, that no individual person can just get up that he's going to put up a house, but we do it through the government. We do it through the system. You have your plot of land, you go through the process, you start it to a certain level, the government completes it for you. Then you pay the tax to maintain it. as we go on. You see, this is a very simple but a laudable idea. And so I am not here to convince you, but I'm here to open your mind, and also to direct your mind to another layer of thinking. You see, I am a new thought person. I am a new thought person. I'm always looking for new thoughts. I'm always looking for new ideas. And that is how it's supposed to be. You might have not thought about this. So now that you are listening to me, you are hearing this from me, it's a new thought to you. But it's a new idea. Or it might have crossed your mind. Maybe you didn't actually give it a thought, you see. And so the quest for uniform and sustainable development is something that we have to become awakened to. And when I say development, I am not talking about what the things we are putting up in Accra, the things we are putting up in some of the places, but I'm talking of the improvement in the quality of the living standard of the people, such that every human being working in Ghana or Africa will have a decent accommodation, will have a place that he can be proud of. He has a place that he can feel, happy of being in it. You see, and so this is the time we have to wake up. And what I'm saying is doable. And as a matter of fact, we can even do it and do it better, such that other people will emulate us. So let us begin to think. Let us begin to think outside the box. And so, as I've already stated, we do not have to do big things to become great, but we can do smaller things in a greater way to become great. And one of the ways is what I'm proposing. I am not proposing this to the government of Ghana right now, but I am proposing it to you, the ordinary person. You are the center of all this. You are at the center of all this. Every government that has come and gone, those who have come in power, they've benefited from it. They've had all that they wanted. But you is the only person, the ordinary person is the only loser in this game. Now, to make you a winner is what we are talking about. As far as governance is concerned in Africa, in terms of the living condition, improving the life of the people, it is only those who have had the chance to go into power, to go into governance. They have benefited. All other people are victims. You haven't benefited in any way, apart from they saying that prices of things have come down, this and this have come down, but those things are not the only thing that has to be looked at. You see, the most important thing is about where you live, how you are able to travel from any point in the country to another without any difficulty. It shouldn't be any kind of challenge for you to do that. You see, this is what we are talking about. So we need improvement in your life, and it is only when you become awakened and you take this power into your own hands and begin to demand it from whoever comes before you, then that you are doing your civic responsibility. You are doing the right thing. You see, you are doing the right thing, you see. And so this is the time. Do not be daunted by these ideas. And if we are not ready to take up big challenges, then when are we going to take a big challenge to have a bigger achievement? That is the question I'm leaving with for you. Think about this. Whoever that is afraid to tackle a bigger challenge, that person would never taste a bigger success. And in the same way, success is an incremental of smaller success put together. So if Ghana is to become a developed country, it's our success, and Africa in general. So what we do is we begin to look at every aspect of our life, our sectors and everything. Then we begin to accumulate success in all areas, and then when we put all of them together, it becomes the outlook of our nations, our countries. Ghana becomes a developed country in our own way, you see. So it is doable, and I'm just appealing to you that listen to me and let us go this way. Let us go this way. For almost 100 years after independence, Ghana is almost 70 years plus after independence, people are still walking without any direction. Ghana only needs a direction at all levels, and how to organize our towns to put everything in order. As a matter of fact, as I said yesterday, you don't need money. You don't need anything to arrange for a group of people calling themselves a town or village to plan their town, put order into the way they put their structures, and then begin to develop it. You don't need money. You need thinking. And that is the thinking we are talking about, you see. So this is me. And that is what I'm saying. If I am the president of Ghana, or if I become the president of Ghana, when I become the president of Ghana, this is what I will do. And we are going to do it, and do it in a better way, to improve the life of every ordinary person in Ghana. Those who have money that they want to put up mansions, they can do that, but it must be within the planning system of the towns and cities that they want to put up the houses. Such that we will take out all these land litigation issues. We will take out all this kind of housing issues. We don't even have housing system that we have housing crisis, because individuals are those putting up their houses, you see. And so let us put this together and have a scheme such that we can help each other. Then we can have a uniform and a wonderful system, a wonderful community. You go to any place, the town is well organized. We have a very simple, beautiful drainage system. We do this and improve it as we go along. And people from all over the world will begin to come and see how we have turned our lives into a very moderate, but beautiful and wonderful life that we can call a developed nation. That is my message for you. A word to a wise is enough. So I leave you with this. I want you to think about it. And I want you to begin to think outside the box, such that all of us will team up to make Ghana great. Ghana and Africa great. That is my message for you. Now, before I sign off, I just want to make the appeal once again. If you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and join our community. Let us bring this message of empowerment and enlightenment into our societies. If you have already done that, we thank you. And also, if you want to be part of this project, if you are in Toronto in particular, and you want to be part of this, please leave a comment and I will connect with you and we'll pick it from there. Thank you and God bless you.